but it just didn't seem like there was anything big it is. But the only thing I remember was the Notre Dame Cathedral. I don't remember anything else because the Eiffel Tower wasn't constructed in the French Revolution. I mean, I don't know if I like the transition to open world because it just doesn't feel like a lot of them. It feels obligatory. Yeah, obligatory.
Obligatory. Yeah, that's what you mean.
And I don't think it needs to be. I think if you want to make one, it just can't be huge with nothing to do. Substance over quantity.
And I think that has to show a lot for Nick during the year was really excited about the new Pokemon game that was supposed to come out.
I have no opinion on Pokemon.
Well, it was supposed to be like an augmented reality where you would have and it was supposed to be show up on your phone, but your phone was actually augmented. You know what augmented
stuff on?
Yeah, but you see it through a screen. And I was like, Nick, that's a great idea. It's just
gonna work the way you think it is.
You're not gonna. And the thing he was really excited about was that how you're gonna meet other people in the real world, and then you could battle with them. And so it was like I just see some guy on my phone, and then all of a sudden we meet eyes. This is how I explained to him. It's like, all right, like our eyes are gonna meet, and then we have to battle after that. And I was like, Nick, it's not gonna work that way. It's not gonna work.
I don't think you understand how the Pokemon fan base works. Like Pokemon people will find other Pokemon people.
But think of this. Like you like Pokemon, and then you're at someone likes Pokemon. Okay,
right.
How about that? So like this one person likes Pokemon. They're gonna let's say they're at a college and they walk around with other people a lot. Let's say Nick is at that same college, and then he sees that guy. That guy has to be at class. He's late for class. Okay, he's not gonna stop and battle with Nick.
I didn't think about that.
It's just like someone's not gonna stop their day. To
play Pokemon.
And you have to actually go find the person and go out and it's gonna be so fake after that because it's like, okay, we're gonna meet here and we have to be at the same places. Well, why don't we just go to the same house? It's like that's what he thinks is gonna be this wonderful real world community build, and it's like it's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be as
I'm
like he says it's gonna be
enough to play multiplayer games against strangers, but to actually see those strangers in real life. People quit games when they're about to lose. Like this one requires you to just walk away.
Yeah, no. So I was trying to segue into No Man's Sky.
No Man's
with the
position.
No
Man's
well that was with
Sky.
That was with their legal battle that they had recently. They're apparently it was secret for a while, and apparently that was why they had to delay it because do you look at it at all?
I'm just wondering if that's been settled yet.
I think it has. I think that's why we hear about it now is because it is settled and it was secret before.
Settles secret stupid 3-year
secret stupid 3-year. It's in quotes too, so
legal dispute.
Yeah.
Well,
so and I thought it would be really interesting. Maybe that's why they're having so many issues was because they can't move forward with their name. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like if you don't have a name, you can't really advertise any of your stuff because you need that name behind it. And so if you have a lawsuit going on, and then all of a sudden you keep on using the name during the lawsuit, people are gonna look like you might lose the lawsuit because you use the name. So that's probably why I feel that's probably why they've been having so many problems lately.
I mean, also I feel like they're over. Do we have a space exploring simulator with fully explorable planets?
Well, what does fully explorable mean?
Well, I always thought when they showed it to me, well, not me, but the world, they would land on the planet and they would walk around and be like, look at this planet. You can walk all over this planet. But that's just it. That's just it.
Is that everything you're gonna be able to do? Is you're gonna look at the planet? What else is there to do?
That's been my. I think it's cool. I like those sort of space exploration simulators, but I don't think we really have the tech to get exactly what I want. Mm-hmm. Where you have a fully explorable solar system with planets you can land on and explore.
And the thing about it was, they said it was going to be massively multiplayer, right?
No, so screw that. I'm not playing.
but it was supposed to be massively multiplayer, and then they said that your chances of meeting another player are that's why I said I was like, so I mean,
do you have to be online to play it?
I think you do. I think it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly about that, but I'm pretty sure you have to be online to play it completely.
Is it like Ubisoft's streamlined single player mode?
No, I don't.
Because I don't want to be enjoying my planetary exploration and taking pictures of weird cow things on Mars, and then
all of a sudden some guy comes in.
I've been hacked and I have to run away and stop everything I'm doing so that a guy doesn't hack me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're bringing that back in Watch Dogs.
They are. Well, it's more co-op, which I guess I like more than getting hunted down randomly.
I think co-op was something that Watch Dogs 1 was missing. And it might not make as much sense for the continuity of Watch Dogs 2 because like now there's 2 of you. But
Well, I think it fits more with their narrative now that it's the hacktivism, the dead sex stuff. Mm-hmm. I think Watch Dogs 2 looks really good. Well, from what they showed us, I liked the drone movements. I liked the no-kill options. I really do like. It's very 90s movie, like hacking movies, where it doesn't really make sense, but like you have all those cool characters and the guy with the mask.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
This looks fun, and I really did like the first Watch Dogs. Like I know it got flack for not meeting.
It wasn't a bad game. That's what I always say. Is like
it just
wasn't
didn't
a bad
meet
game.
the hype.
It's just that it didn't. I don't think it ever would have met the hype because people were hyping it to something that even that it wasn't when it was being displayed. You know what I mean?
Their graphical downgrading though didn't help.
See, but I wasn't as angry about the graphical downgrade. No, that did not help.
I take a different position on that. I think my problem with E3 and how I've sort of been not watching it lately is because
the games don't come out.
Well, the games either don't come out or they come out and they're not what they showed us on the screen. And I know, like, I can give a pass to multiplayer because obviously you don't want to show an actual multiplayer experience. But, when they showed it just looked different. It looked like it'd be a completely different game than it turned out to be. Mm-hmm. And I just...
See, but that's when you get into, like, PR. So...
Yeah, and I know that it's a big advertising thing to me. It's a big expo where they advertise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of advertising things that
turn
out like they're showing me.
The real question is do these companies make the most money off of just like the first day, like the first pre-orders and like the first day sales, and then they don't care if people don't like the game after that? You know what I mean? So it's like they don't care if the game's bad or not, so that people keep on buying it. They only care if you're gonna buy it on that day one.
Pre-order culture has affected.
Yeah, I don't know. Talk about pre-order culture.
I mean, sex stuff.
But some games like I agree with pre-orders if you know you're gonna buy the game at some point. So it's like, you know what I mean?
I did that with Arkham Knight. I did. I had pre-ordered one game because I knew I was gonna like it. I didn't know, but I had a good feeling because I had a track record with the last 3.
See, I don't know if it's you're gonna like the game because I think that's where
They did promise me the Red Hood levels. That was my selling point, was the Red Hood.
Well, the thing is like I feel that if you're gonna pre-order something, you cannot expect it to be good because you don't know if it's gonna be good or not.
You don't know.
I think the only reason to ever pre-order something is if you know you are going to be buying it no matter what. That was
my thing with Arkham Knight. I was like, well, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I might as well get all the stuff that comes with it because I wanted to play as Red Hood and Harley Quinn.
But I hate when people say like
I shouldn't have ordered the season pass before. I spent $115 on Arkham Knight, and I haven't played half the DLC.
Half the DLCs.
It was just like a $50 season pass. I was already paying like $70.
Yeah.
For the pre-order, and then I bought the $50 season pass, which I was not given $50 worth of content. Like I like the Adam West skin and all, but. I think I would have paid another $50. If I was to go back, I wouldn't have bought the season pass.
No, I don't like it when someone like pre-orders something and then they immediately say the game's gonna be great and I'm gonna love it so much, and it's like, well, you don't know. That is high. You don't know.
Have you ever pre-ordered a game?
Oh yeah, I've pre-ordered plenty of games.
Have you?
I pre-ordered Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs. And I think the only reason why I pre-ordered the first Watch Dogs is because I pretty much only play on PC, and I really, really liked the GTA 5 game. And I was like, well, that's not probably not going to come out for another year, so I pretty much I'm going to like it. That's why I said it's kind of like
the pre-order bonus. Does Steam have their own pre-order bonuses? I've never.
No, I think the pre-order bonuses have to come from the publisher.
From GameStop.
No, from the as in if they do have a pre-order bonus.
I think they have deals with each retailer because Walmart has their own pre-order stuff.
Yeah, no.
Walmart had... No. Well, okay, I pre-ordered from GameStop to the Arkham Knight, and I got the Walmart Harley Quinn, but that wasn't exclusive to Walmart.
See, but nowadays they have most pre-orders are through online, so you have to like register it online, and then all of a sudden you have like a key.
Well, also I've also noticed that a lot of pre-order bonuses come out later in the game's life cycle as DLC.
Mm-hmm. You know, I really didn't like about because I went through I kind of got excited about Fallout 4, and I did buy Fallout 4.
I noticed.
Yeah. But it was before the game came out. I realized that the Fallout 3 was on sale at some point before it came out, and I was like, oh, I can buy Fallout 3, and then I can get like all the DLCs for it.
That game hasn't aged.
So
it has. It has
aged
exponentially.
And so I got all the DLCs for it, and then when I entered the game, I couldn't figure out what was the real game and what was the DLC. Because
it throws it all at you.
It's like, oh, you can go here, 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 and I was like, well, where's the place I should be going? I ended up going to a DLC and then getting stuck in that world because the
was it Mothership Zeta or something, or was it the pit?
I think it was Mothership Zeta. But that would have been New Vegas.
So, no, that's Fallout 3.
Okay, I don't remember. I really didn't remember what DLC was because I got locked in the world, and I was like, okay.
I did that with Oblivion's Shivering Isles, and I was so underleveled for that.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah. So speaking of pre-order mishaps, so Mighty Number 9 was a Kickstarter, and Mighty Number 9 came out, and
what is Mighty Number 9?
Mighty Number 9.
Like what type of genre game?
It's like Mega Man. It's like a modern Mega Man.
Oh, okay.
So, well, that's the thing about Kickstarter. Kickstarter's sort of been taking these old stuff that I guess publishers decided people don't like anymore, and they like Castlevania and Mighty Number 9. So Mighty Number 9 was sort of one of the. Have you heard of Yooka-Laylee? It's like the old mascot rare platformer, 3D platform. Yeah. So Mighty Number 9 is like Mega Man, and so it came out after its marketing mishap. You could say it struggled like an anime fan on prom night. Yeah, no, the reviews have come out, and I've
So why is the game bad?
It's not bad. It's just kind of lukewarm.
See, I'm not interested in it at all. Like you're telling me about it now. I'm just like I'm looking at it on your screen. It's not. It doesn't look appealing at all. I can go play a different game.
It was very hyped up,
but
sensationalized.
But why was it hyped up and sensationalized?
Because people like Mega Man.
But people never Mega Man.
People never stopped liking that kind of Mega Man style gameplay. They just stopped making those kind of games for whatever reason.
I guess. But was it made by the same publishers who made Mega Man?
It was made by Inafune, and I think he had something to do with Mega Man Legends. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay. Well, why you look that up?
I know he was the lead designer for Mighty Number 9. Yeah, he worked on the Mega Man series. Yeah.
Okay, so he did work on the series.
He has experience with this style of game.
So I guess that would be a reason to get excited about it. Was that you have the original person at least working on it, and you know, like I can see that.
Well, it didn't bring anything. It's an old genre.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they just didn't bring anything. I played a little bit and I've watched it, and I quit because I got bored.
Yeah, it looks like a boring game.
It wasn't. Mega Man has this sort of tight, fun, hard feeling, and Mega Man's not very challenging in my opinion.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of dumb, and the marketing failures, and I mean, you saw the dislikes on the trailer. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't impressed.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody else was, and I think that's not very good for people that actually want to make these sort of classic games and kickstart them.
So I'm sure you heard a lot about Overwatch recently, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you like? Have you seen?
I don't have my opinion on multiplayer games. I don't like them.
Why do you like multiplayer games?
I just don't like to lose. I really don't. I'm not competitive.
But you gotta get better. Get better.
I'm not competitive, for one thing, and I don't like losing.
Okay, I understand.
You die a lot in these games. I just don't like that. It just doesn't scratch the kind of... It just hits me the wrong way. And
okay.
I have appreciated the the Reaper names on Twitter. Have you heard about that? Like the people I have heard from people. Like,
well, why is Reaper specific to the
Reaper's
names?
just like, you know how in the 90s like stuff was really like superhero comics were like cringy and dark, full of anti-hero kind of stuff.
I guess.
And Reaper is literally like this. I'll show you a screenshot.
I think I can picture
It's
Reaper.
this really cringy, like dark, like all I feel is pain and darkness kind of character. And apparently, a lot of the people that play as Reaper are that kind of like edgy names. And so there's a whole Twitter account called Reaper Names, which just collects the best. See if we can find Bloody Demon 92. My Mom Hates Me 1. Destroyer.
That's not very good.
And then fucking Easy, you piss shot. This guy, calm down. I hate Easy. Why so easy? You guys are so weak. And then one of the players was like, "You're a Reaper player." Oh, apparently Reaper's really easy to play as. I am bleeding.
I heard that Overwatch has having a few balance issues. So.
I mean, it's kind of geared for everybody, but I heard Roadhog's really.
No, a few balance issues. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, but not characters being more of a power than the other. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Roadhog's hook thing. It's really satisfying, but I like this
little OP.
the anime lord.
So yeah, do you think maybe have you seen any of it? Is a real question.
Oh, I watched plenty of it.
Okay, plenty of it. Do you think that it's overhyped? I mean, not really overhyped, but
No, it looks polished and it looks fun. I would probably enjoy it if I sat down and played it, but
that's what everyone says. They say it looks polished, and I was like, what does that? What does that quite mean? Does that mean like it doesn't?
It looks tight and it looks.
Things
smooth.
aren't clipping through each other. That's
I
what I
haven't
think
seen
it
a lot
means.
of glitches.
Okay.
It doesn't.
And you need
People are really liking it.
See, but isn't that funny? Is that the best thing we could say about a game? It's like, okay, you could say
it's not broken.
It's not broken. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
it works as we expected it to.
They said that there was almost no server issues, especially on the first day, which we expect a lot of server issues on the first day. And I thought it was so funny that it's like the only thing we're praising about this game is like it's not broken.
I kind of wonder if. Well, it's also granted it's not a last 5 years.
No,
it's much different than everything.
But
else.
I mean, you could also compare it to. Of course, you can compare it to like.
Well, Battleborn came out. Wildstar.
See, but Battleborn, I think Battleborn's like a lot like it. So I don't know the differences. I haven't played either of them. So I don't know why.
They're multiplayer, so I have no interest.
So the thing is like I don't know why Battleborn didn't do well as Overwatch did. You know what I mean?
Well, did one of them come out before the other?
No, I think they came out like a week.
I think from what I've seen, the characters in Overwatch seem a lot more colorful.
A lot more
colorful. Yeah, a lot more, and just more colorful and different.
So you can definitely tell on this picture right here, which can't see it.
I mean, Battleborn has its own following. That's more. I think it's more of the Blizzard followers because that's like Blizzard's version of Overwatch. And like I said, I don't play these games. I don't really care.
Well, these games are kind of like
both.
These games are definitely MOBA, right? Right? That's what these are. MOBAs. Is that the genre?
I always thought MOBA was. I don't really know what a MOBA is.
I think it's
whenever I think of MOBA, I think of LOL.
Multiplayer online.
It's multi-online battle arena. Multiplayer.
Online battle arena.
It's like art.
So yeah, that's what it is.
Strategy games, aren't they?
MOBAs?
Yeah, like StarCraft and World of Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft. Warcraft 3 and LOL. And Dota.
Dota 2. Oh, really? Okay, so maybe it's not a MOBA.
Yeah, I think it's more of the strategic, like RTS look.
But it is a battle arena. I think you could call it that.
That would mean Call of Duty is a MOBA.
I think it's
is. Totally not a MOBA.
You don't think it's a MOBA?
No.
But then the name pretty much describes exactly what like Call of Duty is. See, the thing...
It's not a MOBA.
What it is... No, I don't think Call of Duty is a MOBA.
Does that mean Battlefield's? I would mean any... Because any map could be considered an arena.
A battle arena, I guess you could say that. Fine. I don't know what the genre is of the game, even though there's plenty of games out there like it. So, but I mean, maybe the thing is like it's not broken, which is a big thing. But it
really helped it.
It's like I don't see anything that's special about it. You know what I mean?
You have to, it's kind of like Rocket League. I think you have to play it. You have to. I didn't think Rocket League looked all that special, and then I got it and I was like, there's a certain feeling with those kind of games that aren't broken. That's kind of the first step in any game.
Well, Rocket League's pretty simple, so I don't know how you break it.
So is Overwatch, but...
I'd say Overwatch. Like, there's so many different aspects to, like, every all
But I mean,
their
if you're
abilities and
new to
everything.
shooters, like it's apparently really welcoming to those kinds of people while still catering to the veteran players.
I guess.
I haven't played it, but from what I've been hearing from like
Jared's
really getting into. Well, that means Jared's going to get into Overwatch for like 5 years, and then quit.
That means he's going to be like an expert in about a month. So
Probably an expert right now.
he's probably an expert. He's like, guys, I can't do anything on the weekend. I got a tournament to go to.
All right, so we talked about that.
You see Rogue One?
I'm so excited.
So
You've seen the new trailer? Well, not the new trailer, but like
I don't know. I've seen a few trailers. I mean, I think.
What do you think?
I think it's I don't really know.
Like them Stormtrooper looks, the old Stormtrooper.
I love the old Stormtrooper. I wish they would have kept the old Stormtroopers.
Well, I like the new design.
I mean, I don't mind the new design. It's just like I didn't really feel like there was a big need to change it. You know what I mean?
Well, all they did was add 2 lines.
I know.
They just made lines going from the mouth to the jaw.
And if you weren't like a fan of Star Wars at all, you wouldn't even notice. It would be like, oh, that's a Stormtrooper.
You would.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're going
for. It's the
for.
First Order.
It's the First
They're not
Order.
Stormtroopers.
No, they're not the Stormtroopers. They're First Order troops.
They're the First Order troopers.
Yes. But in Rogue One, they are, and I'm actually kind of excited. That's the most reason why I'm excited about Rogue One.
It's very interesting to see the old Stormtroopers in the 21st century.
Yeah, I think it's I think it definitely goes back to it. But one thing I didn't like about it was that there's a picture of the Death Star, or there's a film of the Death Star in one of the pictures, or in the video. So yeah, if you pull up the trailer here.
Huh? Oh, they're putting the
I don't know.
The dinner plate on.
Is that them finishing the construction, or is
that's them finishing the construction?
Or is that like an ability of the Death Star that we never saw before? It's like
you can take the dinner plate off of it.
Yeah, and I'm kind
calling it the dinner plate.
I'm pretty excited about seeing like the Death Star and like all the Star Destroyers in like a new CGI effects.
I want another space battle.
I
want to see another space battle.
I think there'd definitely be a space battle. But
do we know the name of the main character? Because she looks really awesome.
No, I don't. I don't know if we know her name or not. We probably do. It's like before.
She's not a Bothan.
Before the Force Awakens came out, we knew all the names of the people.
Rey and Finn.
And I think wasn't the storyline even leaked, or not really leaked? But
I heard apparently like the movie was leaked online for like an hour or something like that.
I mean, but wasn't there a book before? Is there the book?
No,
out after?
The book comes out.
Okay, the book came after.
That's always required.
Okay,
but the author gets to see the movie. It's kind of just cashing in on the movie. I did that with Indiana Jones. I didn't write the book, but I bought the book when Crystal Skull came out. The book's better than the movie.
Yeah.
So when does this come in the movie series?
December.
Oh, Rogue One? No. He means where in it. It's before
this is
episode.
Before the episode 4.
Yeah, it's before episode 4.
Right before Leia gets the plan. Now, this is about the team that gives Leia the plans. These are not Bothans.
Well, no, they said many Bothans died. See, only the Bothans died out of the group.
But like, I feel like these people would die anyway. Oh, Mads Mikkelsen.
I mean, but the Bothan does look like a cat, doesn't it? Or not really a cat. It looks like doesn't look like a lamb.
It's like a weird rat.
Yeah, it's like a rat.
Thing. Oh, Donnie Yen's in this movie. Have you seen Donnie Yen?
Yes, I have seen Donnie Yen.
Man and all that.
I've seen him in a movie on Netflix. It wasn't a very good movie.
I did too. He's a big karate character. Ooh, I wonder if he can do a lot of like.
He is. Did you see that in the trailer?
Yeah, it's super.
He's
weird.
He's got a sword and everything.
That's awesome.
Do
you think we're gonna see we're gonna see lightsabers because Darth Vader's in it.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see many lightsabers. I think it's gonna be him, and then that's it. I think that's it because
have you heard about what the director wants to do with Darth Vader in this movie? Darth Vader is always imposing, but they want him to be very violent and brutal. Like they sort of want to show a Darth Vader since we have this.
So like a Darth Vader from
the comic. Have you read the Marvel comics Darth Vader?
No, I haven't.
It's really cool. Like it's a very like unleashed Darth Vader. He's not like super edgy and cringy. Like it's kind of like he's willing to get his hands dirty. And there's a really iconic scene in one of his Vader Down series where like a desert and tanks and there's just troops all have their guns on him and he just kind of stands there and it's an army surrounding him, right? They're taking no chances with Darth Vader because it's Darth Vader, and Darth Vader is just like, I feel bad for you guys. I see if I can pull it up.
Let's see if pull it up. Would Darth Vader in Rogue One? You're saying he'd be a lot more brutal.
I think
would that be a lot more of what he was in?
So here he is. He's surrounded, and then all I am surrounded by is fear and dead men. He's just kind of like, screw it. Like,
so is he gonna be a lot more like what he was in the Force Unleashed?
They say he's gonna be more brutal. So,
see, but I can't see them giving him like.
They're just gonna. We know he's Anakin Skywalker. He's really strong with the Force.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I hope they don't go too far away from.
They want him to look bad. I know they're gonna want him like he's a villain. He's not this.
Yeah.
He's only ever, if you see him in the movies, he's only ever choked people and dueled his son. Like, I think it's really gonna be cool to see how he reacts.
See, that'd be cool to see how Darth Vader actually does.
Are they gonna do what's the voice actor's name? Johnson. Ray J. Johnson, the guy who did Ghostbusters.
I don't remember.
Song.
I don't remember.
It's
I can't
James.
He's a very famous person.
Yeah. Hey. James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. That's what it was.
Did you know James Earl Jones was actually mute until he was like 18? Can you imagine never talking and then opening your mouth and it's just
and then being Darth Vader?
I am your father.
Oh no, wait. Never mind. It's Jake Lloyd. That's who it is.
Jake Lloyd.
Vader. When did Zac Efron play Darth? Oh no, Robot Chicken. Never mind. There's a lot of people who play Darth Vader.
Matt Lanter.
Look at that. Oh, this guy's the Rogue One Darth Vader.
Spencer. Well, I think he's probably just going to be the man in the suit. Hopefully.
This guy right over here.
Hopefully.
Right.
The voice
Just.
of Darth Vader's still alive, right?
Cindy, do you mind?
We are trying to record a podcast. I don't know. Is he going to do Rogue One? Look it up. Rogue One is bringing back the most popular Star Wars. We don't know. We just know he's going to be in it. So, moving on. Speaking of Darth Vader and fathers with strained relationships with their sons, you see God of War 4?
Is it 4?
Yes, it's God of War 4.
I
don't know what they're going to do, because he kind of killed the entire pantheon of Greek gods and the trilogy.
Like, what does it look like? I can't even think of what it looks like.
The new camera angle looks really... It's a lot different than the sort of panned out view they did in the first 7 games.
Yeah, it was a lot more top down, right? On the original games.
It was really stretched away.
But you're kind of playing it third person
behind
now?
the shoulder. It's like behind the shoulder.
It's like a different third person. So it's behind the shoulders.
I thought it
pretty
was
much
really
what it was.
And it's
I'm trying to compare it to a game. It reminds me of Uncharted. That's what it reminds me of.
Every game that's come out recently,
except
behind
first player or first person.
Yeah,
first person games.
I'm excited to see what the story is, because the only Kratos we've ever seen was the really angry.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what we leave it as, is that it's just interesting what the story will be. So,
well, it shows his relationship with his son, I think, is a side of Kratos I really want to see, because there's something very wrong with that relationship, because...
Oh yeah, in the trailer?
Yeah, because Kratos killed his family. That was the big thing in the first... Spoiler alert, I guess. For the first God of War. Do we have to like redo stuff now? No, just kind of how they act with each. I feel like Kratos is too afraid, because there's parts where he's about. There were parts where he was about to get kind of.
Yeah, I know. It was Fine, we can pause it. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not entirely. We don't really know much of the story, but the relationship between his father and his son, I think, is something. You can in Kratos' face when he's. It looks like he's about to get really angry with his son, but then he's like, "Oh, I murdered my son in fury in the last time around, so let's not do that again."
I was wondering if he's actually his son, because it made it look a little weird in the gameplay, because it was said like something about his mother dying or something like that, right?
I mean, probably died in childbirth or something. I mean, it's a long time ago. Like this is Greece. This is ancient Greece.
But or whatever it was. He says like, "Did your mother teach you how to hunt?" And so that made me think that he doesn't even know his son.
It's like a stepson situation or something.
I don't know if it's a stepson. I don't know if Kratos ever got married to have a stepson.
He got married. He was married. He had a wife. And
did he?
I
didn't play
the first God of War.
Sorry, I didn't play it.
Yeah,
the first God of War.
The whole thing about he was this like legendary Spartan warrior, and then he was cursed by Ares with the chains of Olympus, and so he killed his wife and daughter, and he killed his family in this sort of fit of rage. It turns out he was tricked by the gods, so that's kind of his whole motive, to kill these gods, because they left him for dead and tricked him and all that kind of stuff.
So so that's what it made me feel like in the gameplay, was that he doesn't actually know his son. This is the first time he's meeting him, and that's why he's so hard on him, because he realizes. Or
I think
maybe
there's it's like, have you played The Last of Us?
No. Well,
Sort of relationship between Ellie and
yeah,
what's his name?
I can kind of see that too, but I think he is his real son. But this is the first time he's meeting his real son. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think it is.
Maybe. I'm curious to see where they'll go, because he killed the pantheon of gods and most of the Greek heroes, and
I think it's just be the rubble, or not the rubble, the ruin after that.
Was that Mount Olympus he looked at the end of the trailer though? Because when
I don't know, that looks really interesting. It looked like they actually had a goal in the gameplay. You know what I mean? Like there was a goal that they were trying to get to. Like there's a long way to walk, and that's why I thought that was pretty interesting.
Okay. Did you see the Angry Joe's taking bets on whether or not the kid's gonna die or not in the game?
Oh.
I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, there's a cute innocent play.
I think they should be taking bets on if Kratos is gonna die.
No,
because the kid will be the one. Because Kratos doesn't look like he's as strong as he used to be. He looks like he's old and weak.
He has a beard. Okay.
The beard made him
Granted,
weak.
let's see the muscles on him. Like, he was pretty muscular. Like,
not as muscular as he used to be. I don't mean
muscular.
I mean, you know in the games he's whipping around a whip and he's like jumping all around and killing everything, you know?
Well,
he's like that all the time, but in this one he wasn't.
He doesn't have to do that.
But he just seems weaker. That's what I'm saying. He seems like he can't do as much as he used to be able to do. He seems older and weaker.
We also haven't seen very much. We've just seen the trailer and the
from
demo.
what I've seen, he seems weaker.
I think.
Look at him in a
two.
trailer or something. Yeah, 2. Well, if we ever get to someplace.
That was 2002. That's the first game. Yeah. I think it'll be fine. I'm really excited for it. I love God of War.
Is it 4?
It's a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, it's 4.
It is God of War 4.
Yes,
because this one says it's God of War 4 on the trailer, and it's clearly
God of War 4. I don't think it's one of those situations where it's like, you know how a Mortal Kombat then reboot was Mortal Kombat. Yeah, it's God of War 4.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and because they said in the trailer it was God of War 4 in the thing. I thought it was cool.
So,
yeah. Ultra violence. Doom.
Uncharted 4. Work.
It exists. Doom exists. Do you play Doom?
I never played Doom, but I heard it was pretty good.
Doom either.
I heard it was pretty good.
I have no interest. Just
that's just true. I never played the old Doom, and you didn't play the old Doom.
My dad played the old Doom, but
I never played it, and it's just like
I played the old Doom on like the PS3 like release, like the collection, but I didn't. I don't care.
Now
at the end of the day,
the E3 this isn't God of War 4. This is just God of War.
It's just God of War.
The God of War. That's what it is.
Oh, the God of War.
I think that's the God of War E3 trailer, because English requires you to address the subject in the sentence.
I guess. So I think it's just the God of War. I don't think it's God of War 4.
I kind of hope Kratos dies and his kid takes over.
What?
Is this it?
Hey, this is italicized and it says God of War 4.
No. What?
This is God of War. It's italicized.
Yeah, but that's not God of War 4. This isn't the one that's coming out.
Yeah, it is God of War 4. Why it's time to kill off Kratos. We're looking at the Kotaku stuff.
I don't know. I can't figure out which one it is.
It's God of War 4. It's definitely God of War 4.
But he looked up God. What? I'm done with God of War. We're gonna move on.
Someone thinks that Thor's gonna be in God of. Oh, if he took on like the Norse gods, that'd be super. Because they're in a winter area. So if they're killing off the.
See, this is God of War 4.
But it's back in 2011.
Back in 2011.
That's a fan trailer, I bet.
No, it's not a fan trailer.
That's voice state.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Talk about something else. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh,
I think if it is Norse gods, that'd be really cool. And I'm really excited, and I kind of hope that Kratos does die, because as much as I like Kratos, his characterization is just angry, bald, muscular dude who needs to kill things. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. if it is the Norse gods, that'd be kind of because Norse gods are really that's a culture of like you have to die. Oh, I guess it is just called God of War.
Yeah, to be announced 2015. But where's God of War 4?
I think we can just call this one God of War 4.
Can we just not talk about that anymore? I'm confused.
I'm gonna call it God of War 4.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
just like I call Mortal Kombat 9, like it's Mortal Kombat, but I call it MK9.
So recently, the Warcraft movie came out, and did you? I don't know if you saw it.
No.
Did you?
I want to. It looks fun.
It looks interesting. How about that?
I don't. It's been getting.
I heard it does exactly what it's supposed to do.
It's a video game movie.
But exactly what it's supposed to do doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie.
No.
So it was.
I also I don't want to speak too much about it, but I think people go into these. Same with superhero movies. They sort of. I always judge superhero movies differently than actual movies. I don't want to say they're not movies, but like
yeah. No.
So The Dark Knight is an exception because The Dark Knight's trying to be a legitimate drama movie, right? It's got a 32 Metacritic score.
Wow. Yeah, but it's an 8.2 user score.
Yeah.
See, that's the big divide.
Yeah, critics. That's the thing. I think users understand that these movies are junk food. They're junk food movies.
Yeah. No.
So I think Batman vs Superman could have probably been a lot better if it hadn't taken itself so seriously.
Yeah.
I thought it took itself I loved it. I just thought it took itself too seriously.
I think why they took it, they were so serious on it was that I think DC is trying to distance themselves from Marvel in that way. So Marvel's more of a lighthearted. They're just so Marvel's lighthearted movies they've done pretty well, but DC realizes they can't just do the same thing because
they can. They totally can.
But why would they? Why should I go watch a DC movie when I could just go watch a Marvel movie?
Because you can watch a Batman movie.
I guess
you can watch a Superman movie,
but
all superhero movies in my opinion are just kind of lumped together. Right? I mean, Suicide Squad, like,
but they don't want to be. DC wants to be different than Marvel. They want to do it differently.
It reminds me of calling back to when I mentioned the Rob Liefeld comics, where it's comic books. They don't have to be dark and cringe. Like you can have characters that are dark and cringy, but like.
Well, I think they were looking at the Christopher Nolan films.
I think it's stupid.
They were looking at the Christopher Nolan films.
Batman's an exception.
Batman: The Dark Knight.
Because Batman's a character.
But you just said Batman's an exception. But then now you're saying
I'm not going to give Superman an exception.
Batman Superman is an exception. Is not
because it has Superman and Wonder Woman in it, and I don't think those people can be.
Then maybe Batman shouldn't even been in the movie. But then it wouldn't be Batman v Superman.
I don't think it had to be that serious of a movie.
I don't know.
I think a Batman standalone can be serious. I don't even think it has to be serious. But I think Christopher Nolan was really good at making that serious.
So I think Warcraft by itself was that it was pretty interesting.
I think the people liked it. I don't think the critics liked it.
I think the people who cared about Warcraft, I think people who cared about Warcraft and like actually went through all the lore and played the game, I think they liked it the most because obviously they would like it the most.
I don't know. The Horde and Alliance were teaming up in the movie.
The what?
The Horde. It's like it's all the bad guys, and the Alliance is like the humans and the dwarves. So the two factions. That's in the world of Warcraft. So the humans and the orcs are never allies, but they are in this movie. Some people were the whole Reddit joke. It's unwatchable.
What about
the Assassin's Creed movie? I'm so excited.
Well,
we should probably have a better segue than just
the Assassin's Creed movie. That's the thing about the Assassin's Creed movies.
We have to segue into that, you know.
I'm segueing right now.
We're segueing into Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Well, okay, how do we do... So what about the Assassin's Creed movie?
There you go.
The Kanye West trailer.
First of all, I hope the Kanye West music is not in the movie.
Oh, God. Well, you don't want to watch Michael Fassbender? You want to watch Michael Fassbender, like, sword dueling and... I am a god. No one man should have all that power.
No, not in an old Assassin's Creed setting movie. I don't want to see that.
You don't feel me. Kill me. It's kill me. Only make me stronger.
So
he's just jumping around as he's doing that.
I think
having Michael Fassbender, that's automatically. I love Michael Fassbender too. It's two things I love, and you just kind of mash them together, and I'm just gonna get hyped.
But I think. I just wish they would. I know it's what Assassin's Creed is, but I just wish they would take the animus out of it, because I
I
think
have
the
heard.
story.
I've heard that there's going to be more modern day than history, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like but we want to.
I like
Assassin's
the
Creed.
modern stuff. I just don't like it to be.
Yeah, no, it was. I
I
always found
liked how it was in the first 3, and then the 4 and Rogue. I didn't like the sort of. I liked the idea. I just didn't think it was that fun.
It was. It felt like you were taking me out of the real story and you're putting me into this fake.
And I
story.
liked seeing how it affects the real. That's always part of the series is that it's a century long war between the two factions.
But I just think it would be so much.
I didn't
better
like how they did it in
if they would just take the
Syndicate.
story by itself. You know what I mean?
I disagree. I do think the modern day element's very important. To
Okay.
it.
Well,
I just don't want it to be as much as like more than half the film is modern day. It's just me being nitpicky, but I kind of think that if Michael Fassbender's going to be in it, I don't think he should be the assassin and the modern day person. I feel like that's just kind of.
Oh, I see. What you're saying.
because
You're saying that when he gets in the Animus and when he goes back.
it's
in
Michael
time,
Fassbender. I
that it should be a different person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too dissimilar because in the first 3 Assassin's Creed games, they were all related to Desmond Miles, and they kind of did look like Desmond Miles.
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, they had
But there
different
were
facial
certain
hair,
differences.
tattoos, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
they
was
had the
different.
same sort of facial structure. I just don't.
Maybe they will be doing something like that. Maybe he'll have a beard.
I mean, he
instead
has
and
makeup on. Have you seen the makeup? He has like
no, I've not seen the
eyeshadow.
makeup.
It's really like obnoxious eyeshadow. So Michael Fassbender.
So, yeah, I think that'd be a good plot point. He'd be looking different in the.
He has makeup on.
You see, he has a longer beard. No, maybe
A little bit.
a little bit. I think that's enough. And he got the tattoo on his eye.
I'm still excited. I just kind of want to. What's the setting again? It's
I
sort
don't
of-
remember really.
I don't either. I don't because like
Is it medieval?
the facial tattoos don't tell me anything.
Sometimes
I mean, they're using swords and stuff.
they're using swords, so
Maybe it's the same time as maybe it's the same as like the Altair stuff, or like
Yeah,
a century, be a century after Altair. It's Spain.
it's set in Spain. Interesting.
Yeah, century. So that's like 300 years after Altair.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be in Murad.
So yeah, we'll see how that movie plays out. I hope this is gonna be a good movie.
The first installment in a trilogy. I could be on board with that.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope. Well, they're already having a trilogy. Like they already have.
They've already decided.
They've already decided that. What? Okay. Whatever.
You know, they have like the next probably 5 Assassin's Creed games planned out. Like they might as well have the movie. I like that Bill over there is watching the trailer. See, that looks cool to me. The backflips and the other backflips and the flips and the sword fightings and the more backflips and that kind of stuff. The climbing.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
I
heard you have something to say about Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1.
Well, I just hope it's as good as its hype
You-
is.
You hope it's as good as its hype is.
Yeah.
See, I think it's gonna be. I think DICE has a very good track record for what their games could be. Not really what their games are right now. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not saying I'll play it, but just in terms of E3, you know what I really liked about the Battlefield 1 like gameplay stuff?
What?
So, back in the great E3 2014 when Hardline was announced, and they had that
2014 or 20?
it's 2014.
It was
2 years ago.
Yeah, it would have been.
That thing they showed us, that thing,
You
that
mean
scripted
Hardline?
the Hardline
Okay.
demo thing they showed us was cool, but that's not what the game was going to turn into. I liked that they just showed 50 minutes, almost an hour of this is one map, these are real people playing the game.
Yeah.
This is actually
Well, they didn't show that in their live stream, but they did.
They showed a
have
50-minute live stream of the game
later. Yeah, after
and I was
their
kind of
official
like,
live stream.
these are real people sucking. And
Yeah,
so these people suck. That guy's pretty good.
They didn't bring in like
These people are
professionals.
terrible at flying airplanes,
Yeah.
just like real Battlefield.
Well, maybe they had to do that because maybe with Hardline there probably wasn't anything special about the multiplayer Hardline.
I played,
But
It's okay.
the Battlefield 1 multiplayer, there's something special about it because now it's back to World War One. It's more
I just
special
appreciated
than
they
the other
showed a
things.
real game and not something scripted and rehearsed.
No, because they know that their best face is not the scripted. They know their best face is like in what they like to call battlefield moments.
I just know.
Which if you ever play Battlefield, there actually is like stuff like that. Where it's like this is awesome.
Yeah, or
So-
really stupid. Have you seen like the?
Yeah.
I like that
You got to play it for a long time to get
the
there.
airship can come down wherever it wants.
Yeah, and then
That
it
was
just
really
it
cool.
just destroys anything.
There's a
I like that.
there's a moment where it's coming down, and one of the players like was so like, oh, he started running towards it. The answer's like, no, don't go towards it,
Don't go
you'll
towards
die.
I really like that. I hope that this Battlefield game, everything's gonna be destructible. So like everything
It's
can fall
supposed to
down.
be. It's
And,
supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that would be the
All
be
the
the
structure's
best.
supposed to be able to break. And like I said, I keep saying I'm not big into multiplayer games, but I do like the new World War One look.
Yes, it
And
was.
I actually kind of. It looks interesting. The World War One's sort of a thing we've never seen before in a video game, and it's not too controversial because it's 100 and some years ago.
No, yeah. So Battlefield One.
Everyone who fought in World War One is dead.
Well, we
Everyone's
have
dead.
we have Modern Time War.
It just
So,
that doesn't.
it's not
appeal.
as personal?
It doesn't appeal.
It's not
to
as
me.
personal,
It doesn't
okay.
appeal to me. 'Cause
Well, so yeah. So you're saying that Infinite Warfare doesn't appeal to you?
oh my god, Infinite Warfare looks awesome.
So you're saying
I
that it
don't
does
care
appeal
about
to
the
you.
multiplayer, but the single player looks so cool, and people are ragging on it. This is the worst thing they could have done. I'm like, these same people that were begging them to do different things after Ghost, and then they were kind of like, Advanced Warfare is meh.
See, but if you saw the trailer,
It looked like Independence Day.
did you see the trailer?
I saw the demo.
So you didn't see the trailer that was disliked to.
Oh no, I saw
Horrible.
that. I don't
No.
know why they disliked it.
Well, they disliked it because most of it was spent on land, and it didn't even look that much different from Ghost or whatever the last release was. It didn't look different
It's
at all.
such a different game.
But then they flew to space, and then they started showing space stuff. I was like, yeah, I mean, but it looks
cool.
It looks scripted. The trailer looks scripted.
The demo.
The
didn't.
trailer looks scripted.
The
But
whoever was flying the
but the multiplayer that they showed at E3, it was
I don't know.
a lot more.
Was flying that space thing was not a good pilot.
No, but the multiplayer they showed at E3 was a lot more. It looked like a lot more stuff was going on. It looked a lot more polished than it looked like in the trailer. So I think yes, I think it does have a chance to maybe breaking out of what people think it will be.
I think it looks cool. Like I saw the flying around shooting things and the grenade that seeks and destroys thing. I just thought it was cool.
I just don't like something. What was your skill in throwing that grenade and then it going and finding someone?
I like to play games and not think about it. So it
I
appealed
get
to
that
me.
vibe. I get that vibe.
It
from
really
you.
appealed to me. I was like, oh, I can throw a grenade and it will kill things automatically. I love it.
So another thing that came out last topic of today. I think we're
gonna wrap it up
VR. VR is just VR. But
You want to talk about the instant action Reddit
no,
conspiracy?
I don't.
They don't
want
want to talk about
that.
Battlefront?
Flat Earthers.
No,
You want
we're
to talk
not
about flat Earth theories?
theories.
We can talk about flat Earth
That's
theories.
nothing to do with video
The
games.
Battlefront
We're
flat
talking
Earth.
about. I think we're talking about Sea of Thieves. I think it's very interesting.
I haven't.
You haven't seen anything at all.
I saw it was multiplayer and gave up on it.
Well,
I
you've played multiplayer before.
didn't like it. You realize I play MMOs like by myself. Like that should tell you about my experience with multiplayer. Like I go in and I solo every MMO I can. Like you know why I love the Old Republic right now? I'm the only person like on my server. My server is dead except for me.
I guess I understand that. So, but what I see now with it is I think it's a great idea, but I think it definitely goes back to is everyone going to be on the same page here? Is everyone going to be understanding what they need to be, or is there one guy going to be better than everyone else, and is he going to be like going over and killing all of the ships?
Black Flag has scratched my pirate itch. I don't really want to play another pirate game, to be honest. Black Flag did it enough. Black Flag was really good.
See, but this is a game for people who like multiplayer. So I know you don't like multiplayer.
Yeah.
But get over that for a second. Let's talk about it.
I can't say anything about it. It looks cool.
But do you think it's going to work?
I think it will.
Why do you think it'll work?
It's an Xbox exclusive, and last time there was a multiplayer-only Xbox exclusive, it was Titanfall. And does anyone talk about Titanfall anymore?
Well, Titanfall 2 is coming out.
Yeah, it's a single player.
Yeah, it does.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm not anticipating it to stick, to be honest.
I just think it's interesting. I hope that it's gonna be good. So.
I mean, we were watching the trailer, and kind of the only thing that interested me was your ship sinking.
Yeah, no, that I think that's pretty interesting. Like you have to, it reminds me a lot of what it would be with.
Did you see the end of that trailer?
What?
The Xbox Slim.
Yeah. Yep.
You promised me we could talk about that.
Well,
the new consoles.
are you gonna
the quote unquote new?
Are you
consoles?
gonna segue into it better than that, or no? We're just
okay.
Gonna
The end of
leave it as that?
the end of the Sea of Thieves trailer showed the Xbox One Slim, and that's a thing that's happening alongside.
What do you want to talk about the Xbox One Slim?
I play console games because I don't really have the money for a PC. I have a PC and it plays things fine, but I play console, right? Consoles costs I know that's $300, big woof. But my PS4 was $400, right?
Okay.
The fact they're already announcing a 4.5 2 or 3 years after it's already out, and it's not like we've been through leaps and bounds of technology in games in these things. This next generation. It's not like we've had a whole bunch of
You do realize why they're doing it though, right?
I feel like it's because they didn't make the PS4 and the Xbox One as good as they promised it to be. I don't think it's really next gen.
I think it's a lot more for the VR. So
but I'm thinking
you
about,
have all these people with the Microsoft and you have Sony who realize that VR is going to be a big thing in the future, or at least it might be a big thing.
I don't think it will be.
You don't think it'll be?
I think we'll fall flat again with VR.
Well, I think that's what they're doing, is that they have to have better technology, because right now neither the Xbox One nor the PS4 can handle VR. So they need more powerful models.
They can't even handle all the things they're talking about, 60 frames a second, 1080p on their games. I haven't seen any of those games so far. Really, really kind of sort of demanding, a fighting game, 60 frames a second. A fighting game that came out last generation.
And this was supposed to be the generation that was going to overpass PC, and it was supposed to be blowing PC out of the water.
And they're already doing a system and a half.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm kind of annoyed because, console people drop $500. Gaming's expensive. It's an expensive hobby to begin with. And the fact they want me to buy another console, and I'm thinking about the 3DS. So the 3DS came out and they did the 3DS XL, which is a better, it's objectively, tech-wise, a better handheld than the original 3DS. And then the Hyrule Warriors stuff came out on they came out on both. But do you know that they've had such frame rate problems on the original 3DS with that game that they've been dropping to 16 frames and 10 frames and 24, and I just think it's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable for a console.
Just sell that to somebody.
Yeah.
And I think if they're gonna do that kind of stuff, you can buy the game, but it'll only run at 12 frames half the time.
So you're just angry that
I just spent $400 last year on this PS4. And it feels like they already want me to buy a new one because the technology they put out wasn't as good as they were promising. It really kind of grinds my gears. And they're saying that the Xbox One S only starts at $300. It only starts at $300. And it's if you want to buy back my console, fine. But I'm not going to drop another. I'm just really annoys me.
You realize I'm pretty sure the Slim is actually just the same ability and the same performance, but it's just in a smaller case.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure about that. But the Xbox, the Xbox is releasing a new version of the Xbox One that is supposed to be 4 times as powerful, or some.
And I don't like
some
that.
crap like that. Now the PS4
don't put it out unless it's ready to go.
Or PS4, whatever they were calling it. That one was the one that was supposed to show more during E3, but it didn't show as much.
They didn't show it at all.
No, but I don't expect to see these consoles until.
No, they promised a ton.
Yeah,
a crap load of new great. It's a leap and bound over the last generation, and I didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
Nothing I've played so far has been 60 frames, 1080p stable. Nothing. Nothing. I haven't seen any big differences in the graphics of the games.
Well, there is pretty big differences in the graphics of the games. I don't know if you've seen them before, but there definitely has been
the
a
faces
good graphical.
Look fine. Yeah, the faces look better.
No, the Xbox One is definitely better than the Xbox 360. So
okay, well, the Xbox 360 came out 10 years ago.
Yeah, but so they're definitely better. That's what I'm saying. Is they're definitely better.
And it just coming from the last generation, the very end of the last generation, they look really good. And it doesn't seem like the jump between the two in terms of graphical fidelity was really all that major from the end of PS3 to the beginning of PS4 to now. The middle PS4 era, I guess we're at now, just doesn't look that different from when it started. And I still haven't played that 60 frames a second Arkham Knight.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this podcast up.
We're gonna pull it down.
Pull it down.
All right, we're gonna hit the switch.
We're gonna hit the switch. So
Close
thank you
the
for
door on the
watching.
booth.
Thank you for watching Projector Booth. This is our first podcast, so if you made it all the way through, congratulations.
My name's Ellis.
My name's Tyler.
And
I'm
that's
Bill.
Bill,
That's Bill, our technician.
the audio technician. All right.
So see you next time.
Hit the switch.